start with Orange County real estate. We like to look at all the trends in the real estate market through the entire country and see how those trends may affect us here in Orange County. So today we're going to look at the last week, July 18th through the 25th, and see if there's anything interesting going on. So the first slide is just the amount of inventory that we have, and here in Orange County we have 4,146 homes for sale. That's slightly up from last week, just 40 homes. And in the entire country, we have 525,550 homes for sale. So inventory is increasing, but the one thing is that we've noticed is that it's increasing much slower than forecasted. We are expecting a lot more homes to come on the market in June and July, and we're really under the forecasted amount of homes. So what that means is that home prices are staying steady because inventory just hasn't increased as much as we were hoping for, or as much as was forecasted by economists. The next line down is the amount of properties that are under contract and pending. That's 2,093, slightly up from last week. One other note too, because inventory is going up slightly, there's probably going to be less bargains out there. So people who are waiting for waiting for not necessarily the market to crash, but just to find a bargain on a home, you're probably going to have to continue to wait. All right, let's go to the next slide. The next slide is days on market. And we have median days on market here in Orange County, 27, and the average days on market, 38. So nothing major there. That still is a very strong market. A couple of the outliers are Balboa Island being 95 days on market. Of course, the luxury end has slowed down a bit. Now that's a big jump, that area. There's probably a couple of $10 million homes for sale, so they're going to take a while. Newport Coast isn't that high. They've had a slowdown, but not up to 95 days. So this is an outlier. The other outlier is Lake Forest North with only 10 days on market. That's a low number. Still lots of demand there. So Lake Forest North is like from Trabuco Road up to 241, the toll road. So in this area, you can find one-bedroom condos for $400,000. There's also currently a $3 million home listed for sale there. So the price range here is like $1 million to $1.5 million is around the average price range. So it's not like a bunch of $700,000 condos selling fast. It's just a really strong market. Lake Forest also had one other interesting thing, and now appreciation, of course, have gone up all over the country, but in Lake Forest from 2020 to 2021, they had actually 50% increase in appreciation just over those 2 years. So it was very strong there. I think prices were kind of suppressed going into the pandemic in that area. You could find a bargain there pre-pandemic, and I think there was more room for prices to grow. One of the reasons why it was suppressed is maybe the schools are rated a little bit lower than some of the surrounding areas. It's definitely a family-oriented town. There's lots of single-family homes there with yards and stuff and around schools, so it is a family-oriented place. So, as far as the price is suppressed, the schools, and there could be some other factors, of course, that I'm not touching on, but they did see a lot of appreciation. Let's go to the third slide, and the first line on the third slide is sold price versus list price, 1.6% higher, so they're selling for 1.6% higher than the list price, so that's good, a sign of a strong market here in Orange County. No change from last week. Immediate sales here in Orange County, no change from last week, still at 3%. Immediate sales in the U.S. is at 18%, that's about the same. Price reductions in Orange County is 28%, so that went up slightly, and price reductions in the U.S. is at 34.8%, so that's also gone up a little bit. Again, last week I noted that these price reductions are not home value reductions. So these are people who price their house out pretty high to start with. They're sitting, their days on market are going up, so now they're doing price reductions. They wanted to test the water there, see if they can cash in big. But just a little note here too to sellers, if you're considering selling your home, it's really important to price right. So look at the data in your neighborhood, the homes that have had price reductions, the homes that have been sitting for a little while longer. That's going to tell you or give you a good idea of what you should list your house at, because you really do want to avoid price reductions and days on market. If homes are priced right, they're still selling very quickly. Actually, just I was doing all the research for the data this week, and I noticed that in the last 7 days, the homes that are under contract, the days on market for homes under contract in Orange County is like 12 days. So those are all homes that are priced right. Um, that's a really low number. That's actually an outline number. We should talk about that a little bit more. Next week, I'll add that to the list of things to discuss. The really, really big news for the day is interest rates have dropped a half a percentage point. So now you can get a 30-year fixed on a purchase at 5 1/8, 5.125. So that's the biggest news. A lot of these people looking for bargains have been hoping the rates would go up to help prices go down, and well, the rates dropped. So it's hard to explain when our government tells us that rates are going to go up and the bond market's telling us that it's kind of lined up for rates to go down. It's really confusing. The market's crazy. Of course, there's so many factors going on in the world, so it's hard to predict what's going to happen. But the big news today, the rate went down. 30-year fixed rate, 5.125. All right, if you have any questions about the data, specifically in your neighborhood, your zip code, your city, please reach out to us. You can call, text, or DM or email, and we'll get you that data. If you're considering selling, the data is really important to look at. And if you're considering buying in any area in Orange County, we can talk to you about the data there. Feel free to reach out anytime. All right, I hope you guys have a great week, and thanks for watching. Bye.